Right, students, this is what the MATLAB software for R 2013 version. So in this MATLAB, you can see like it's an home page where you can observe the actually in MATLAB we have 5 types of windows. Like this is the major window, command window, what we can see. So here you can directly uh, create your own commands, like you can give like this: a is equals to 2 and b is equals to 2 uh, and c is equals to a plus b. So like this, you can perform some any operations, like whatever you want to write, you can directly write the code. But the major drawback here, like you cannot save the code, or if there is any problem in the previous lines, you cannot solve. So you'll be going with the notepad actually. So apart from that, you have the another window, workspace window. Whatever you write and you give the values, so those values will be stored in workspace as if like a matrix format. Actually, the MATLAB software itself a matrix laboratory. The full form of the MATLAB is nothing but matrix laboratory. So the company is like MathWorks company who has developed this MATLAB software. So whatever, it's not like you can design any particular coding here. Like you can go with an signal processing coding part, programming, or image processing, or something like speech processing, whatever related to communication related programs, or something which could be like apart from ECE, like you can also get into an aeronautical or the control system, or like the particular uh, triple E related projects, or even mathematics, like you can solve any particular integration or differentiations or any algebraic equations, right? So this is what the things about MATLAB. Here the MATLAB programming is all about like uh, something very looks like C, but it is very easier than C. Means we don't need the additional lines here. So that is what the advantage here in the MATLAB software. So this is what the command history you can see down to the workspace on the right side, workspace and command history. In this command history, whatever you have gone through in the command window, those all you can observe here actually. So in previous class, I have gone through these things, and now I'm dealing with the first class, knew all these commands previously. So those where you can see. And this is what the current folder, which is in right side. So which particular folder you are dealing with, those related files you can observe here, right? So actually I have created a folder, uh, images folder. That particular folder you can observe here. Anyway, if you want to create an command script, like this is what the new files, like if you want to create an, if you want to create a new file of MATLAB, so like this you can go with. So here students, like writing of a program, generally we start with CLC, clear all. So even semicolons are not compulsory, mandatory. It's all up to you. You can go with the semicolons, or if not also it works. But thing is like while you are dealing with the semicolons, actually when you are going with the semicolons, then you can easily observe the means in command window, means whatever you write in the output in the script, uh, in the M file or like in the editor window, so those outputs will be shown in the command window only, right? So if you write the semicolon, then the final output you can see, otherwise you can watch line by line outputs. So that is the only difference here. So instead of making of the line by line outputs, if you want to go with only final output, yeah, you can deal with the uh, final execution. semicolons you can use. I just want to show at least one example before we go with an image processing related lines. I just want to show a small matrix related output lines. So this is how we write the project. I just want to show you. So for matrix, because I'm writing here matrix program only to say that whatever you give, whatever you write the program here, those will be treated as matrix laboratories, the matrix format. Like even you give the image as an input, that will be taken as the matrix. Even you give an signal as an input, some particular Fourier transform signal, that will be this matrix software will treat it as an matrix's input actually, and accordingly they'll be doing with the calculation. So this is what the major concept behind this matrix laboratory. So see students, I have not given semicolons here. Here is the run option. So I'll be directly, before that I have to save. So I'm trying to save as. So most probably we try to save in one folder. So here I have created images folder because I've taken some images to show you how to create and how to show an image, how to read an image. So in this image folder only I'm writing as a first program, first prog. .m is compulsory, as if like if you write a C program, you write as .c. So for MATLAB program, you have to save it as .m. It should be a small. Now I'm going with run option. So I think you guys can see the editor window, right? So I'm going here. So guys, you can see automatically in command window, I have not given semicolon, so I can see this A matrix value, B matrix value, and the addition value, right? If I give the semicolons over here, right? I have given semicolons to all the things. So right, students, actually it was executed, but you cannot see the output. If you want to see the output here in workspace, you can observe the output. So this is what the values, like everything were given as an matrices. So like this, you can observe these values. Yeah, this is how you can observe the values. Otherwise, even by using semicolons, I just want to know the output value, then you have to write one more command, disp disp brackets variable c. Which one you want to see, that one you can write. So by this, you can see the output in command window. Clicking on run. So actually, automatically, it will go to command window. If I click on run, I think it is taking some time. Yeah, right, students. This is how the output looks like. Right. If I give any error, that even you can see here. So the close all, I'm writing the spelling wrong here. So if there is any error, so automatically small vibration, a small sound, you'll be getting beep sound, and you can see the error here. So there is an error in line 3. So if you go with click on here, so there will be showing the line, right? So if you give any program wrong, then same thing, it will be showing in the command window only, right? So if you want to print something in command window, same disk you can use. So in disk, instead of mm, you can see here the or sum of two matrices, sum of two matrices. So like this, you can, if you want to display something, you can write like this. So right, this is how you can see sum of two matrix and the matrix value, right? So like this is what the matrix programs, matrix software, how to operate all these things. So now I'm going with a image file. Sorry, I'm just right now. I'm going with an new file, and here I'm trying to write. So usually it's not like that. You can write this close all and clear all every time, because like as I said, CLC is like clearing the command window. If anything is there already, that will be trying to clear. And clear all is like clearing the workspace. So you can see these things. And so every time, because if the previous, if I'm writing here CLC, by writing this and keeping enter, this will be moving off. So like this, if I write clear all, so whatever there in workspace, it will be moving on like this. And if I write close all, if anything, nothing other than these were opened, but if there is any figure windows or other windows, that will be closing. So that makes something like more clear about the our output. So that is the major reason I'll be writing these three commands every time: CLC, close all, and clear all. And now I start writing. So what is the command to read an image? So this is what IMREAD, IMREAD, and here you should write the path. So students, this is how here is the folder I have created in desktop actually. So images folder. In images folder, I have these many images. So you can see you have some black and white images, some grayscale images, some color images. Firstly, I'll be going with Apple 3. I have copy. So this is not an the dot format images. Actually, this is image type is BMP type. So generally you will be having types. So this is what BMP even. So this is what JPG. The dolphin pic is like JPG image file. So if I take this flower, this is also JPG image file. And you can see a few are different types. This is BMP. And the last one, which is an circle images, like zoom like, here it is PNG dot format file. I'll be trying to explain you what are these dot formats and what all about this. You'll be finding TIF file, JPG, dot PNG, dot BMP, dot TIF. Like that, you will be finding different types. Meanwhile, you have seen this different BMP and JPG and PNG files. So anyway, here I'm writing in quotations. I have to write the file name Apple 3 dot BMP. It's a BMP file. So generally, it's more than enough to write the image, but if I want to show that image, if I want to display the image in this MATLAB software, I have to write im show. I have to write im show command. This is what im show command. Here I should write the variable. In variable I am reading, in I variable I am reading this image. So I am trying to show that image here. So now I am running this program. So I have to save, actually I have forward to save. So here I am writing second program .m5. So I have saved, and now automatically it is going to execute because I clicked on run button. So guys, this is how the figure window looks like. And this is what the figure window, and here you can see the image here. So like this, you can create any particular image. You can go with any particular image here. So this is what .taf file, TIFF file. So I'm opening this goldfish. I think you are able to see the folder also, right? So right, I have executed. I'm clicking on run. So yeah, you can see this goldfish. So now what about the, so these are the images and I'm trying to read and I'm trying to show these files. So now we start doing some processing, means we'll start doing some uh, going with taking an image and doing something here. That is what processing, or I can say something else like I'm adding something, subtracting, means we have got the image. The thing is like, generally whatever the images we get, we try to do something like, if it is a image is very less contrast, I'll be trying to add the contrast, like im add is a command actually. So here I'm taking that image, input image, and I'm trying to add uh, 50 value. So, and again, I'm trying to show that image also. im show, and this was saved in k variable actually. So now I'm running again. So actually, it is showing one image because like uh, this is executing and that one is also executing one at a time. So I cannot see. So I'm writing it as figure. If I want to know both the figures, like I have to write like this, figure 1, and this should be shown in figure 2. So now we can observe the output. Two figures you can see, the input figure and whatever I have added, that one also. So this is what. So this is somewhat dark one I have added here. So contrast has been added. So something lighting was increased here. So this is what how it looks like. And yeah, this is I can go with the adding of two images also. So let me do that one also. First, I have to take one more image. So every time it doesn't happen like both the images. I cannot add. I should check with the dot formats and all. So, and this is what the goldfish of the TIF format. So I'll be taking same TIF format. This is what the flower hibiscus, some named flower here. So I'll be taking this flower and I'll be trying to add these two flowers. So I am taking J as an input. IMREA. Dot TAF. So here I'm trying to take this, and here I'm taking one more figure. So here in place, like you can go with subplot also. I'll be trying to show after showing this output. I'll be trying to show this even in figure 3. I'll be showing IM show of J type, means the flower, and then now I'll be going with S is equals to IM add I comma J. And if I do figure 4 here, IM show. So mostly we'll be getting output, but in some cases, like if there is any mismatch, there is a chance of not getting output. So that is what I said. Actually, the addition was not happened. So the resolution was not getting matched actually. So we should make sure that when we are trying to add something, we should make sure about the. So we'll take another image when we'll be trying to add. This goldfish is of resolution 768 and this is 250 250. I will do one thing. These and these two have same resolution actually. Both the flowers or otherwise. I don't know what about the properties of the elephant. Not able to see the resolution. So 130, 130. 256. This is 250. I just go with Lena image. It's a JPG actually, but the resolutions of LE and sorry LE and then is not getting added. I do one thing. I go with the flower itself. go with flower which is JPG format. If there is no case, then I will try to add two JPGs. Then there is a possibility. Yeah, this was added actually. This was added flower. So you can observe this. This is figure 3, and this is what figure 1. I'll close this figure 2. This is figure 1. So I have added these two flowers actually. So this is what the middle, whatever I can say, like these things were added here. You can observe this, right? And this particular thing you can observe this. So small petals, you can see the flower petals here, and the most of these particular flower you can observe here, right? So this is what adding of two images. So mostly in some sort of watermarking cases, you can add this, right? And yeah, you can go with subtraction also. Like I have even like if you have gone through addition, you can go with the subtraction also. Like so, same thing. I just copy paste like till here. I will copy paste the program till here. So here instead of I am add, I will be going with I am sub subtract with yeah, I have to save. I'll be going with third program. Totem. So for subtraction, I think the command is something I am subtract SUBTRACT. You have to write SUB. So it was a bit darker. Yeah, you can see the difference here, right? So like this, you can